I'm here at the treasures of the Steamboat Arabia, and it seems like a weird place to be making this video. But there's only one person walking the earth who gave this building meaning to me, and only she knows why. Oddly enough, I think there's a deeper meaning to this museum that I'm only understanding now. I came here because of her, but the story of this place accidentally became about me. The more I researched and dug into the Steamboat Arabia, the more uncomfortable the parallels became between the museum and my current situation. The Steamboat Arabia was a passenger boat traveling the Missouri River in 1856 on a routine trip carrying passengers and everyday goods. The trip was going perfectly normal until the boat hit a tree, water flooded into the hull, and the boat was quickly submerged along with all of its cargo and ended up being buried in thick mud. And that's where things start to feel familiar. This isn't just a story I was learning about anymore. It feels like something I'm still in the middle of. Because unbeknownst to me, before I learned anything about this boat, I was already living something that felt a lot like it. I met the most amazing woman online in October, and what started as one simple message turned into talking every single day on the phone. All day, every day, all the time. And before long, I found myself booking a flight across the country to meet her. When I finally flew out to meet her, everything just felt right. We went up to this lake, and I remember thinking how easy it was to be with her in person. The time we had already spent on the phone made everything feel natural between us. After that trip, everything just continued forward. We went back to long distance, but it never really felt like long distance. We were still talking every day, still calling whenever we could, in between work, in between meetings, at the end of the night, and still building something even when we weren't together. I would fly out to see her whenever I could, and she would come out to Florida when she could. It felt like we were always finding ways back to each other, and in my mind, nothing felt unstable about it. The distance was hard, but we always made it work. It just felt like this is what it was supposed to look like. As time went on, I finished up the van and started living on the road. Traveling, working, moving from place to place with my goal of reaching Alaska. I don't even know fully why anymore. As that began, there was a shift. Not something obvious at first, but something felt different between us. Not enough to explain, but enough for me to notice. We were still talking, still checking in, still trying to stay connected the way we were before. But it didn't feel the same. We were still making plans, still trying to make it work. But just a few days later, as I was driving into Nashville, she told me she didn't think we were a good fit. And that was it. My routine voyage had struck a tree, my boat was full of water, and my cargo is now buried deep in the mud. Standing here at this museum, knowing what was pulled out of the river after so many years makes me think about how much my current situation is like that. I'm still in the mud. The Steamboat Arabia and its artifacts were buried for 132 years before they were ever dug back up. And that's where I find myself right now. Maybe not everything that gets buried is meant to be found right away.